Today I'm going to show you a very simple vase, and then you're going to watch a separate video to make a more complex vase. The more complex one is the one we will print. All right, I'm going to create a new sketch here on the top plane. New normal. We're going to use our inscribed polygon. We have an inscribed and a conscribed. Inscribed means there is a circle on the inside. So I'm going to click, and I'm going to, as I drag out, that will determine the number of sides. We're going to just go with 10 for now. Okay. I'm going to dimension this at 100. See that my white line on the inside is now dimensioned. Okay. So from there, we're going to accept that sketch. That's all we're doing on that plane there. I'm going to right click and drag so I can see my other planes. I'm going to hit my plane tool. Up here is a rectangle with a smaller square in the corner. And that's going to give me an offset plane. I'm going to click the top. What that's going to do is it's going to add a second plane above where my original plane was. I'm going to change the offset distance to 30 millimeters. I'm going to accept that plane, and then I'm going to put a new sketch on that plane. We'll be doing that step over and over today. We're going to hit that inscribed polygon tool again. I'm going to snap it to the origin here. And I'm going to pull this out. We're going to dimension everything here in just a second. I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to again set that to 10. And I'm not going to set the dimension yet. I'm going to hit the I key, which is the coincident. And I'm going to zoom in here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to click this point. And I'm going to make this point coincident or lined up with this point on my other polygon. Okay. We're going to repeat that step. Right click so you can see my planes again. I'm going to add a new plane tool. Make that offset 30. Accept my plane. Create a new sketch on plane 2. View normal. Inscribed polygon. Drag it out. I'm going to make it 10. Take coincident button, which is I, coincident tool. Select this point. And on this one, I'm going to go over here. This was our last coincident point. I'm going to go over here. What it's going to do is that's going to line up the points at different areas. Line everything up at different points, I guess I should say. And then we're going to do this one more time. This one's going to be just slightly different. Take my offset plane tool, and this one's going to be 70. Put that on plane 2. Accept that. We're going to put a new sketch there. Plane 3, do normal 2. Do one more polygon. Make it to 10. And this one, I am actually going to hit the equal or the letter E. And I'm going to make this circle equal to this circle, the furthest one in. So you got all these going out. I'm going to do the furthest one in. That will mean that those two polygons are equal. Accept that. Now, using the loft tool is a special type of extrude. I'm going to loft up here from top plane to plane 1 to plane 2 to plane 3. And as I do that, you will see it is connecting all of these vertices here. And since we rotated things, you kind of get this little swirly pattern. What you can do from this point, obviously it's not a vase yet, we need to shell it out, but we will do that. But what you can do here is you can go back into, let's say, sketch 3, and where we have 10, you could actually change this and go to 5, make it a pentagon. And you'll see your shape update. I'm going to undo that, I don't quite like that. So we're going to use the shell tool once we get it where we like it. So you can update all those sides. Use the shell tool, just as we did the other day. We're going to make our shell thickness 2.5. I'm going to select this side. It's going to shell everything out, 2.5 all the way around. Just for fun, if I were to select this side here, I can make a shell in the side. Kind of cool. But since we're making a vase, we're going to do that right there. Okay. At this point, what you're going to do is down here on your document, you will have the link to this video, obviously. And then you're going to create a new tab. You're going to make a new part studio. This one, you're going to rename it. It's going to be your basic base. And then you're going to submit up here. You're going to submit this video or this file. Your second assignment is to follow a different video to make a more complex vase. And again, the more complex vase is the one we will be printing.